On a boat, going fast to the land of snow and ice. Polar breeze hits my face, feeling cool, feels so nice. Captain shouting all aboard, riding waves feel the roar. Icebergs passing left and right, journey long but spirits high.
The one and only, our traveling princess in the North Pole.
Hey, yo, welcome
What's up? It is Shortest Show.
from Waikiki
Whoa.
to the Keys and the Arctic Circle
And everywhere in
in
between.
between. Dude, by the way,
So what's see? Yo,
do you
what's
see
up?
what that is right there? Do you see that thing?
They're mountains.
I'm calling
Is
you.
that the top of the world?
I'm calling you from a fucking glacier. Is a glacier behind me. Hold on, I'm gonna show you this. I don't even know the name of it. That, my friend, is what people are saying is a fake global warming thing. That is an actual glacier. Okay. Yeah.
That is crazy.
I know.
So what is the actual shore you're on right now? Is there a shore you're
Please
on?
don't ask me that.
Or are you just the top?
So I'm coming through from Mars. It feels like Mars. So I'm in the Svalbard region of the Arctic Circle, which is up there. It's up north.
Okay.
Where the longitude is weird. And time doesn't exist. And it's literally light out 24 hours a day. Especially yesterday was the first day of summer.
Okay.
So it's a real thing. It's a real thing.
So we were wondering, the actual fur you're wearing now, what kind of pink polar bear did you hunt and skin
See,
for the pink fur?
what happened was
What happened was
what had happened was I was partying with this polar bear. Actually, so
okay.
all right. So here's the deal. So I'm on this cruise, and it's like a hippie cruise. It's like a spiritual, like there's a shaman on this boat. And yes, okay.
Okay.
I didn't know, what this is going to be about. I'm a companion for a girlfriend of mine that, needed a friend for this trip. I was on her bucket list, so I was like,
Okay.
hell yes, let's do this. Which, by the way, it's cold.
You think it's cold? Really? Of course.
So
You're in the North Pole.
this is what
Okay.
it is. So it's like, it's a bunch of like what we experienced in Hilo, like hippie, like music, like yeah. So
Gotcha.
here's the beauty of it. I fit right in.
Is there wafting clouds of patchouli everywhere?
Nope. They're actually these are like hippies. So it's like,
Oh.
so you got whatever you want. But I will say this, the vibe is phenomenal. It's a you guys can look it up. It's a Daybreakers event. And it's called Wow It's Now. There's only about 160 guests on this boat. It's a very, very small, toned down, version of like a Carnival cruise line, but it's for, kind of more the elite. So there's a really beautiful feeling of, like we kind of own the boat. Like it's kind of ours. Like it's almost like you're kind of renting a portion of it. So it's like endless cocktails, whatever you want, which is why I know you wanted to get me in the morning for the show and not nighttime.
No.
I already knew it. Because like low key, Keone J is my boss too, guys. Yeah.
Well, somebody has to rile her in. I mean, ring her in.
Somebody's got to do it.
The madness that is Tantra.
So
Jeez.
I want you to know
So,
I
okay.
miss you. Okay. I do. I miss you. And you look good.
The
And
polar bears are messing up the signal.
you look like I know it might be slow, who knows. But we're just gonna keep rolling with it. And you look like Kris Jenner in that tracksuit. It's a nice Kris Jenner Adidas
Thank you.
look. Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm not sure if that's a compliment or not, but anyway, so since you're over there in the North Pole, let's just say somebody else wanted to travel. You travel all over the damn place, right?
Yeah.
You leave me here in Hawaii and you travel. What are some tips that you would give someone that, maybe wanted to travel to exotic places like the North Pole, or if you want to go somewhere like Italy? What advice would you give?
I would say do it. Don't wait. There's always a way to do it.
Don't think too much.
There's always a way to do it. Don't be afraid to travel alone, and don't be afraid to talk to people. We're all connected, and no matter what country I have been to, no matter where I've traveled, I've realized that we are more alike than we think. So don't be afraid. Yep.
So, okay, you're in the North Pole. Let's just say the worst was to happen. Okay. And you guys get stranded in
guy.
the North Pole. Hold on, I'm just saying what if. Hold on. Would you do you think, because you said that this is more like of a peace and love crew, right?
Yeah.
Do you think you would be the leader?
Well, I could easily be Mama God or whatever that girl's name is. What is that girl's name that turned blue? Rest her soul.
I have no clue.
Mama God Mama or something. I don't know. It's a great documentary. I recommend it. But what's the worst? I mean, the worst that could happen, yeah, I would definitely take over.
You would be the
Let me just tell you something. Yesterday we hit land for the first time. It literally was like landing on a new planet. We're in the Svalbard region, and we're on the side of a mountain that nobody goes. They consider everything that's on the ground natural artifacts, historical artifact. You cannot touch anything. It's almost like you go through like a whole, as if you have to. They do biochecks on what it is that you wear when you're touching the land, because they want to make sure that like lint or something is not going to fuck up the land. It's like that. It should be like that in Hawaii, right?
which is smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Which is really
so
smart.
you literally go through like a whole bio thing where you're putting on a whole thing and your boots, and you got to clean them. So it literally is like you're landing on the fucking moon. You're on another planet, and you're walking around and you're kind of exploring. And here's the cool thing. So they have a bunch of people go out and set the perimeter for the guests, right? And then on every part of the perimeter, every corner of the perimeter, you have people with rifles waiting for polar bears to come. So we're talking to the people, because you know me, I have so many questions, right? And I'm like, well, where can they come from? Where do they live? I really want to see one. I don't care. Take me to where they are. And they're like, they can come from anywhere. They can come from the water and just creep up on your ass. And we're coming from the water because we're zodiacking in from the boat that we're on. So
Right.
it's just, it's a 24/7 reality that we need to be protected. So it's wild and kind of sexy to have security all around us all the time when we hit land.
So did you see any wildlife? Did you see a polar bear, a penguin, Santa?
Santa, no.
No?
I'm kind of
Nothing,
looking for
just
Santa.
snow.
I want to kind of slap him for that one thing I didn't get when I was 7. But no, I mean, no,
That could be taken many different ways.
I know. I have not seen any wildlife yet. We saw dolphins. The first night that we were on the cruise, we saw dolphins. That was cool. We were up until 4:30 in the morning. Let me tell you what it's like staying in 24-hour daylight when the sun is rising at 3 a.m. in this longitude. What? And the sun doesn't even leave. It just gets like all of a sudden brighter, and you see the orange sun, but it's light 24 hours a day. It is the weirdest feeling ever. So just dolphins. Just yesterday, I met a fella who I might grab for the show next week, thinking about this, who's been doing a documentary on narwhals. So we're going to see a preview on this boat. He's been following them around for years. I'm obsessed with narwhals right now because I really want to see one. So I've been meditating in the morning and channeling for these narwhals to show me their fucking tusk.
Also known as fish unicorns. I'm just kidding. They're not fish.
Fish
they're mammals.
unicorns,
And
that's
I'm just
phenomenal.
making that up right
No,
now.
no, that's phenomenal because they're the unicorn of the sea. And shout out to my girl Rachel, who was like, Tantra, are you going to do a saddle the narwhal tour and end up jumping out of the ocean?
So that's a tooth, right?
Yes. And it has 10,000 nerve endings, and that their teeth are the size of their male balls and genitalia. Google it.
Really?
Google it. I've been doing
Thank you for
research.
beating me on knowledge.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you about to go into something?
No, I wasn't. So okay, so narwhals are. So how long is this
The
excursion is
experience is
supposed to be?
10
This
days.
trip, this
10
journey,
days. It's really
10
cool. I will say
days.
this, there's people that I'm seeing on the boat that are kind of famous that I've seen in the spiritual kind of there's a lot of Burning Man people. They call them burners that are here. It definitely is my speed. Like obviously, like I'm a loud individual. I'm a little bit more urban.
No.
My difference is that I'm more urban. So while they're over here like doing like their binaural beats, I'm like, yo, can I get some Kanye on that ass? And they're like, everybody calm down. But there's some people that I've followed, like social media, uh, on social media that are here that I've gotten to meet some of my idols, which is pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool. The last,
That is amazing. Well,
yeah.
you're definitely going to see a polar bear or some wildlife. I hope so out there. And so, can we confirm the Earth is round?
Well, I actually
Because obviously,
got to the end of it. I'm actually looking at it.
oh,
So it is flat, ladies and gentlemen. All the people that thought that it was round was too because I'm about to fall off right now.
I was
Damn
wrong.
it. You hate flat earthers, bro. Can we please go into why? I need to talk to you.
I just hate idiots.
Oh, that yeah.
What is that?
You and me both.
I just hate idiots. That's all. If and you know what? I shouldn't say that because there are two people that especially one that I really care about, and she's, you know,
In the North Pole.
not an idiot, but not.
I love you.
No. But since we're talking about traveling,
Yeah.
I think we should move on to another topic,
do
and
it.
that is flying.
Okay.
You're on a boat, but in the air where they should stay are planes. And this past week, Boeing 737s and specifically Southwest planes have been. What the hell is? Have you been seeing some of this
So
that's been going
the
on?
last thing that I saw happened where you are in Hawaii, where the Southwest flight dipped down 400 feet above the ocean, which is a lot like what was happening with the whole issue with the Boeing planes in the past, right? They were like jutting down. So I was wondering if it was that issue. I don't know about this last week. Please school us.
Okay, so recently, I think it was late April. Yes, in the Hawaiian Islands, the plane decided, hey, I want to see how warm the water is, and it went down to, I believe, 400 feet. Luckily, nothing happened. And just this past weekend, from California going, I believe it was to Oklahoma,
Oh,
this same thing happened.
no way.
So the plane dipped down 500 feet to the ground. Now, obviously, there's got to be, this isn't the first time that there's been some problems. And it's gotten so bad now that what happened? There was some other issues with, they put the wrong plug in, and they actually, the Boeing planes, there's major issues because the way they're being manufactured.
Yep. The history does go back. I don't know if you ever saw that documentary about the issue that they were having, which it sounds like it's a lot like the issue that they were having with the sensor on the side, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Are they tying it to that? What's happening?
And not yet, but back in the 80s, the plane in Hawaii, the Aloha plane, that the top ripped off, that was a 737. There's now sites like Kayak where you can actually deselect the kind of planes
No
that
way.
you want to fly. Yes.
Okay, so
yes.
what are they saying about, I mean, that's smart. And I think I'm going to start unclicking some shit. But then again, I'm on an excursion where a polar bear can run up behind me and it's my own decision.
True.
So what are they saying about the flight to Oklahoma?
I don't see a way to solve this without grounding planes, and people don't want that, right? So it's hey, nothing happened.
Not yet.
It dipped, but it didn't exactly, not yet. That's the big problem.
I talked to
Not yet.
people in the aerospace industry when that was going on, and that was and this is not hidden from the documentary, but it's all kind of technical. It's technical computer issues. If we could just go back to rolling down the car window with a fucking crank, we might be okay.
No, I think the documentary, what it talked about was that Boeing didn't want Airbus to outdo them. So instead of they had all these orders for these new planes and this brand new engine. They instead decided to just rearrange it a little bit, create software that was going to correct for it, and didn't sometimes. Now, that is, of course, a way oversimplification of what happened. And what's happening now is because the parts they're using are not made in-house, they're all made other places. And sometimes parts, you have no idea what's being manufactured where. And if a part is put in wrong, then whoopsie daisy, which is horrible.
I mean, we've already experienced so much loss because of that. So it kind of makes me sad that we're playing with fire here. We should be getting some answers, I think, pretty fast because of what's going on. This isn't something to play with. This is commercial airliners carrying babies, grandmas, cousins, sisters, mothers, everybody. This isn't, this isn't testing phases.
Exactly. So I think that, there's got to be a way that, I would say, okay, if they grounded all the Boeings, what? Then, I mean, that's so many planes, right?
It's a lot of
Would people be
planes.
okay with not traveling?
Isn't it a particular? Isn't it a particular one? It's like the max, right? Are they actually saying that?
The MAX, yeah, they're saying the MAX or the 737, I
I
believe.
mean,
It's just
dude,
those
it's creepy. I
planes.
can see why you never go anywhere. Keone J won't get in a
See?
car due to our historical past. Let alone now an airplane.
Yes, I barely get into elevators, actually. Just that's a lie.
I actually believe. Okay, to the effect of the airplane story, when we were taking off in Newark to go to Oslo and taking that long
Okay.
overseas flight, we had an aborted takeoff. So I've dealt
Oh,
with
really?
aborted landings actually in Hawaii. I remember an Alaska Airlines flight. We were going down to go land, and the pilot at the last minute pulled up, and it's because another plane landed like in front of us. So I thought a polar bear came. It was just a pillow that fell. So anyways, see, I'm on high alert. Literally the pillow just came and fell, and I was like, I'm worried it's gonna come up the side of the goddamn, like just right here. Like, you know what I mean? We'd go viral. Anyways, so
We
we're
would.
taking,
We would.
but I wouldn't be here anymore. The talent of the show would have left. Just kidding. So we were taking off in fucking Newark, and all of a sudden, like we're rolling, and like it's and then all of a sudden, right before we lift off, it's like, choo, and like the engines, and I look at Tanya, and I'm like, and I see, when you start to see people in the airplane like start to look around, everybody just pretends like they're not scared that we might die in the next 8 hours, and they're like looking around, and I see Tanya, and I'm like, yo, Tanya. She was ahead of me. I go, you feel that? And she's like, that wasn't normal. I'm like, hey, it wasn't just me. So the captain comes back on the thing, right? And he's like, ladies and gentlemen, and he said it in Norwegian, which fucking sucks because it was like the first, thing. I'm like, what, are we gonna die? Is there something happening? It's in another language. I got that cultural perspective. Finally, they get into the English. And they're like, ladies and gentlemen, we had an aborted takeoff due to a technical issue. We will be taking off in 5 minutes. Technical issue? Taking off in 5 minutes? What was it?
What?
I'm not even joking. That's what he
The
said.
duct tape fell off.
They're all.
Can we not? Come on. Some Elmer's glue up on that bitch.
Just saying.
Jesus.
So I don't know what's going on with the planes, bro. I mean, is anything happening with Southwest in Hawaii? Are they doing any? Because the people in
no.
Hawaii don't shut up.
They said they're gonna investigate. So I guess the takeaway of this is be careful. There is options to deselect planes. I'm gonna be going to Japan in November, and I am deselecting the shit out of every Boeing. I'm sorry if I'm being neurotic, if I'm being way too cautious. Screw it. Don't care. If I have to take a boat to North Pole first, then to Japan, I'm gonna do that.
Dude, I mean, whatever you have to do, I'll be here. I'll be here with the polar bears that I like to dye pink. And by the way, this is a fake fur. And I realize this might have not been the best choice to wear on a hippie, environmentally open plane, because one of the passengers comes up, and it's only like you get to know everybody on the boat. Everybody's really cool, by the way. Everybody's sweet. You know me, my friends. Everybody's my friends. But this guy walks up to me. I'm wearing the coat while we're talking about the ecosystem, and he's like,
Okay.
"You must be from the city." You're not, bro. I live on a 2x4 mile island in Key West, Florida. It's not real.
So, okay, if you're in the North Pole
Yeah.
with a bunch of hippies and they don't want to wear fur because it's from an animal, what keeps them warm? What do they wear? Hugs?
Lululemon. I'll be here all
Did
night.
you hear why it's called? Did you hear why it's called Lululemon? By the way,
No, but I would love your answer here.
supposedly. So this is
Supposedly.
from the interwebs. Supposedly, it's called Lululemon because the creator wanted to make it hard for Asians to say.
Real? Oh, that's a horrible
I
joke.
don't know.
If that's a joke, that's a horrible joke.
That's the reason.
No, we'll definitely get canceled. Okay. We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna touch that one. But that's crazy, and that if that's true, that's racist.
Yes, 110,000%. Still kind of funny.
There was this beautiful.
Japanese,
I'm gonna
I wanna say
bring
it.
this back to something good. Last night they were doing so they do a bunch of like talks and little conventional kind of get-togethers with people. They have think tank things. They actually had to submit a bio of me. I don't know why they let me on this boat to get me, on this boat. Like I said, it's kind of like elite. Like you have to, whatever. Anyway, so I've just been pretending like I'm some world famous rapper, which is why I'm here. It's kind of great. Working. It's working. I think I might actually perform at the talent show. But anyway,
Nice.
so there's a couple nonprofits that they're trying to raise funds for. One of them is the Pachamama Alliance. And like I said, there's a shaman here. Let me keep going. I snorted tobacco water that blessed by a shaman
water.
with about 80 people on the floor of this area that I'm in right now, which is like a spiritual thing. After we put our intentions
Okay.
into the full moon water and snorted it up our nose, and it kind of gives you a little bit of a
Holy
burn.
Jesus.
No, this is what's going on. You'd absolutely love it.
No, I would definitely jump off that boat.
No, but you
I
would.
would jump off that boat.
But it was beautiful last night. I mean, bringing this full circle. So Pachamama Alliance, one of the women, Lynn Twist, was talking, and she was saying that, I know, I can hear you. She was saying that she doesn't call anybody rich and she doesn't call anybody poor. Because if you call somebody rich, then you're giving them those experiences. You're actually putting too much suggestion on the way somebody lives. If you call somebody poor, I just thought it was really beautiful. There was a lot of tears in the house last night. It's beautiful. Very, very crunchy.
I want to bring it back to what you said a little earlier about this talent show. Hippie talent show. What would be like the acts? I'm just curious. Like, is it like a drum circle? Like one guy just going?
I don't know if you've been to Garden of Eden in Key West, but I can imagine it's a little bit like that. The nude dancing spot. But no, I don't really know. I'm gonna keep you informed on this. It's just, by the way, so fucking cool that we can do this from the North Pole to Waikiki. What?
That is amazing.
It's weird.
It's crazy.
Okay.
Technology.
Technology is cool. So I would love an update because I've been circling the Arctic Circle. What's happening with you where you are in Hawaii, and what have you been up to?
Oh, okay. So here in Waikiki, this past week, actually the big story is downtown in Honolulu this past week. I guess some crew was working underground in the tunnels in downtown Honolulu.
Okay.
And an accident happened. Basically, it was called like an arc wave, or I'm saying it wrong right now. Basically, the electric grid exploded, and downtown had no power for 3 days. They tried to bring it back up, and it back down. Downtown Honolulu.
For 3 days?
Basically, what happened was 3 days. 3 days. All the food, a lot of stock that people use to cook with. Businesses went to a complete
Stop.
standstill
Wow.
in downtown. So
That's like Armageddon.
basic, sorta. It was a lot of businesses were suffering and hurting. And there is a beautiful thing about it though. Not of course the accident, but how everybody has been coming together and going downtown, shopping downtown, eating downtown. So if you see this when it's launched this Monday, even though it happened last week, make sure you head downtown, go over to the Daily, go over to the Black Shamrock, go over to JJ Dolan's, wherever it is, and support the businesses, the local businesses downtown, and make sure you tip well, tip heavy, go back for dinner, go back for lunch and breakfast, and support.
Dude, I
So
can't believe
that's the
that.
big thing
I,
over here.
I can't believe that. I mean, downtown was where I hailed for so long, that was where Power 104.3 was. That was where Downbeat Diner was. That was where the next door was. That is like that was the up and coming pretty much, of town for Waikiki, really. That's where the locals hang too. So 3 days of not having anything, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. So pro
crazy.
tip for anybody that's going to be visiting, make sure you check out downtown. And Waikiki is not downtown. Okay, because a lot of
No,
people
it's
that I
not.
visited,
It's like
this isn't down. This
Chinatown.
isn't. It's not.
Yeah.
It's like Chinatown. Yeah.
Yep.
So make sure you check them out. And there's so many
So
great
wait a
businesses. In
second.
fact, one of my favorite restaurants.
Which one?
Yeah. Oh, Pig and the
Pig
Lady.
and the Lady. Pig and the Lady.
Pig and the
So
Ladies.
yeah.
Fucking amazing.
So are they doing okay? Is everybody surviving? Are they getting help from the government? Anything like that?
So they're actually, so I guess there is something for HICO to supply funding for people that have suffered, or businesses that have suffered from this. There's like, you have to apply for it and everything else. But right now, from what I heard, what I've seen, just go down. Just go down there, especially if you're here in Oahu.
There's such a reality of island living. I mean, legitimately, the fact that in 2024 we can still go without power for 3 days speaks to how small we really are. True.
True. But just how much 3 days without power can just destroy so much. Because I mean, you think about every restaurant, right, that has all this food and all this stuff that goes to waste because there's no refrigeration.
Yeah.
There's no way to preserve the food, and that's all just trash.
Yeah.
So, yeah, make sure you go on down to downtown and support.
That's crazy.
Support them.
What's going on
Okay.
with that S2S thing? Is that a new sign? Shore to shore?
That's shore to shore.
Or is that a strip club in your house? Yeah. Dude, that is awesome. When are you going to send me one?
We'll work
Polar
on
bear?
that
Can you
later.
put polar bear fur around it? No, I really like it, though. I do like that. That's dope as hell.
For
Which,
you?
by the way, thank you so
Yes.
much for 100-something subscribers. We didn't get to really, talk about that on the air. So I'm happy. I'm really grateful for that.
We actually hit the 100. We're going to be doing that giveaway. I think we'll try to hit it next week or the week after
Yep.
that, and we'll go from there. But so for the next 10 days in the North Pole, then you're going to fly to Hawaii.
Yeah, so I'm coming to you, bro. It's kind of crazy because a lot of the landscape here
That's right.
looks volcanic. I don't know if it is or not. I'm American. It's an excuse. We don't have a good geographical sense, thanks to public school. But it reminds me a lot of Hawaii, like the cauldron nature of the mountains that I'm looking at in the Arctic Circle. So yeah, so July 1st, I'm coming to Hawaii. To go from the North Pole to Hawaii is kind of nuts. Starting to feel like I'm living a dream. I'm excited to see you. I'm excited that you're going to be emceeing my album release there at Hawaiian Brian Slack Key Room July 13th. Hold on.
Yeah.
The
So
captain's
that's going to
talking.
be.
Hold
the
on.
third- Is everything going to be okay? Is there a polar bear there?
Actually, we're
Is
sinking.
it's climbing
should
the side of
probably
the
go.
boat?
The boat, we just hit it. We just hit an iceberg. I should probably go. I'm playing. No, so they're doing zodiacs. Do you know that this boat is made to go through fucking icebergs? It like
Oh,
legitimately. So we're
really?
we're actually going through iceberg. I've already gone through about 50 scenarios of how I'm going to die here. So I've made peace with it. We're not
Okay.
supposed to be here.
So speaking of that, since you made peace with it, do you have any DMs of the week or any of those stories you would want to tell
I
right now?
actually do.
Okay.
I have a great one. Well,
And while we wait,
okay. So I got a
new
really good
toys.
one.
Okay.
Randomly. All right. So I got
Okay.
this random message from a
Okay.
guy that I'm just going to name CP. Hey,
Okay.
what does it mean when a girl says she's trying to resist you?
Um, that means the duct tape is not strong enough, and you gotta I'm sorry, I don't know.
That was so fucked up. The way that you said that was almost like you've done it before. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, I get these weird like commentaries out of nowhere where it's like I'm also a therapist now to some of the stalkers. It's it's like and you know what? Sometimes I'm sitting in bed because we're all connected in humanity. Um Sometimes I actually care and want to write back and be like, "All right, if she's running from you,
Don't ever write.
you probably shouldn't run after her." You know, I'm kind of honored. Like
No.
somebody really wants my opinion. I'm an unmarried 40-year-old woman on an Arctic cruise with a fake polar bear fur. What do I know?
Right. Okay, as a guy, can I see that? That sounds like fishing to me.
What do you mean? Can you
That sounds a little like
what do
fishing
you
to
mean?
me. It sounds because you're like you're reeling out like a comment, like, "Hey, can you help me?" And then you respond. Now you're talking, you see, and now you're talking, and then maybe, oh, I'm a really great guy, da 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 da, and then, boom, get you. That's how I
I
get
mean,
women. They don't on the
okay.
surface, no,
You
but
don't think that I
you
know
get them
that.
inside.
You don't think that I know that. Like I know. You know what I mean? And
Okay,
but I'm
okay.
also the girl too. I will engage with you but not make you feel like you have a chance. Like I literally will be the person to be like, "Okay, I'm here. We can chat. We can talk, but I'm also going to put up a boundary, a vibrational, energetic boundary in my communication that lets you know you're never going to hit." Come on. Didn't I do that with
Have
you
you
when we
ever
first
worried
met?
though?
Didn't I do that with you when you were trying to slip it in?
When we first met, when we first,
Wait, I don't even remember. Oh no. Getting
yes,
real. Getting real in the Arctic
yes.
Circle.
Anyway, no, so has that ever happened though? Has that ever happened where you were worried?
About what?
Like someone was aggressive
Oh,
and somebody
absolutely.
like
So many times. I'm a fucking woman. This happens almost every day, 3 times.
so
Breakfast, lunch, and
so
dinner.
if it happens all the time, so how do you then what
You do
happens? Do you
this. You do one of
get a
these. You
knife
do
out, I'll
one of
cut you?
these.
What do you do? That's true. I've seen that face. Seen I've seen that
Or you do this.
scary
Or you just
face.
walk away. I mean, okay.
Got you.
On DM, definitely there's been situations. I try to have fun with it. I have a guy that is great. He's a bartender in Key West. He probably won't give a shit that I'm even telling this story. That will message me long soliloquies of what he would do to my body. Um all kinds of crazy stuff. He's a fan of my music, whatnot. And you know what? We're homies. I'll see him on the streets, dap him up and be like, "Bro, that one last night at 4 a.m. was good. That one was good." Like, it's just funny. And no, like I'm not even joking. This is for real. We have a very underground DM relationship. And here's the beautiful thing. I've never even written him back once. I'll just see him and be like, "Yo." And he knows that he's a creep. He knows it's there.
But he's accepted
He's
it.
accepted it. I've accepted it. If you can't beat him, join him. Wait,
Okay.
let me give you an example. This is phenomenal.
Okay.
This is phenomenal. Okay. You have become more sexy on stage. Keep that shit up with fearless integrity to be great above all others who are lesser in courage. Last night was so much fun. I was delirious with fatigue, needing to go home. I suffered today, for I will not abandon a moment of righteous sound. I found spirit last night bigger than my pain. Then today, I was still great without sleep due to the rhythm I felt from the artists that gave their souls.
Can't-
Wait, I'm not done. Yes, it made me horny.
My ears feel dirty.
Yes, it made me horny. And that power is why I thrive. Thank you for music and dreams. I'm not even joking.
My ears need to be cleaned out now. Thank you for that. I really appreciate.
Thank you for
the
music
trauma.
and dreams.
Oh, he's just trying really
I
hard. is what it
absolutely
is.
love this guy. I will never not allow him to continue to DM me. Do I respond? No. Do I know that I'm more powerful than the language? And women, this is important. Be more powerful. If it is somebody that you don't know or creepy, please block and move on accordingly. But I know this cat. He's harmless and it's hilarious.
Okay, that sounds awesome.
What do you think? Come on.
That is some great advice.
You've never done anything crazy like that in somebody's DM.
sober or not sober before.
I mean, it doesn't matter really at this point.
Oh, it does matter because you have no idea how many times I woken up like, oh my God, what did I do?
So wait, have you
What,
done like
and
a
I, like, I would,
soliloquy like that?
to be honest, I won't even look. Before I used to look like how many things I sent in DM, at 3 in the morning. Be like, oh, it's race. That didn't happen. Oh my, there is a literal plethora of women that probably blocked me because of my late night DMs back in the day. I'm 100% sure. And let me just take this moment to apologize.
Wow. Okay.
Literally
Take the floor.
apologize.
Take the floor.
Yeah.
Take the floor. Take the floor. Wait, I should look.
That was it.
I should look
That was-
back
that was-
in 2000
Don't.
when. Wait, when was Facebook created? Like
Maybe you should-
2012, 2008, 2007.
2012? Facebook was created in 2004. It was a long
Okay, I love that
time
you
ago.
know.
Oh. No, I got a crazy memory. It's ridiculous. It's my short-term memory that sucks. But anyway, stop. Don't. Can you not?
Oh, you don't want me to.
Can you put the phone down? There we go.
You mean
There
just
we
last week?
go.
Just last. I'm just playing. No, he did not. He did not. You are way too careful these days. Like, I kind of want you to go off the Richter scale a little bit. Can we work on that? Can you DM me this week when it's like 4 a.m. and you watch your anime porn
Okay.
with the octopus tentacles? I don't know. I feel like you get into that weird stuff.
That's good stuff, though. That's the good stuff. That's how you know the good sushi is.
That one was as
That
cold
was really
as the
late on the rim
Arctic.
shot.
that I am currently coexisting in.
So you know how much time I have on my hands these days?
How much?
I have enough time that we made a theme song for the trip that you're on. And as we say goodbye, we're going to play this on the outro.
What the hell?
And we want to let you guys know once again that she will be broadcasting with us once again next week. For myself here in Waikiki and T somewhere hella high up from Waikiki to the Keys.
And everywhere in between.
We out.
Oh.